Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I am Rich, and I am joined by the one, the only, Ravage. Ravage, looks like we fixed the problem.
I'm hoping so.
Yeah. The players have already locked in everything. The last pick for Eager was Khepri, which is definitely not a god to be taken lightly.
These guys are going to be hard to kill. Okay, that's the whole thing with Eager. They have this big, dirty front line right now. They have some regen team heals there in the Guan Yu. You factor that in with a nice carry like Rama, who can really box and chew up the enemy team. And the global pressure that Giannis brings to the table, as well as his ability to really chunk near the late game. And you do have a very good comp there, as long as they can peel off the carries. Giannis is obviously very jukey. Rama has that ultimate to get up in the air and just prevent damage being popped on him and being able to roll out right after. So if they can do a good job insulating Rama when he gets in trouble and he has to go up in the air in that ult and just keep people off him long enough so he can get back into the fight, I think that could be very, very effective for Eager. The thing, though, is there is a little bit of a chase down comp on the side of Juice. Juice has a comp that can get in on top of their carries fairly easy. You factor in the Freya right there. She's got her own little, she pops up the air, her get out of jail free, much like Rama's, except she can move with hers and does a lot of damage and a lot more shots than Rama's ultimate does. Factor that in as well with the Sobex Awilix combo that's there. The ability for Solbeck to make that pull and then the Awilix ultimate back into the potential Hades ult in the Pillar of Agony is huge. With a banish, like you can make a pick pretty easily with the team comp that Juice has, and you have to think that was the plan.
Yeah, I'm surprised. We've been seeing a little bit of tier recently, and last time, actually, Dust was on tier last time we saw tier as well.
So, yeah, and he tore it up. He did.
Yeah, he really did do a very good job. So I'm excited to see him on it again, because tier, not a god that you see too much of right now, but Dust really showing what this god can do.
I mean, Tyr's a very strong pick, and just his ability to sustain. You talk about this healing tank meta that we're into right now, and Tyr fits both of those molds. He's a heavy tank, and he has the ability to heal off minions, so he has that sustain. And that works in team fights as well. It actually heals a lot of his health. So once he gets tanky, he's hard to kill with the ability to sustain through team fights.
Wow, look at those wards. Those are pretty aggressive wards.
Yeah, are you in the game?
Yeah, I am in the game. You're not yet?
No, it's got 168 seconds.
All right, well, we'll have to figure that out. Well, we saw some pretty aggressive words from Team Eager just now, and it looks like they're ready to come out guns blazing. I can't believe you're not in the game. I thought we fixed everything. I'm like a little bit taken aback. It's not often I am short for words, but that surprised me quite a bit.
I backed out and I'm loading in now, so you can just give me a timestamp here in a few minutes.
All right, cool. Yeah, we're right at the beginning right now. We're about to see minions spawn. The game starts. It's already started. Yeah. I'm at 12, 13, 14, 15. Right now, we're seeing the two teams just clean up their own jungles, get the buffs that they need to get before they go back to lane.
All right, where are you at?
Right now, I'm at 26, 27, 28.
Keep going.
31, 32, 33, 34, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40.
Do be careful. Keep going.
Have you managed to sync it up as incredibly as you did last time? All right, we're going to see Purified and TV right now go for that mid Harpy camp a little bit early, and they're getting it down just fine, but Team Eager is going to go and take the other one right now. I'm curious to see if Purified and TV are confident enough to try to get in there. It's already down, though. We're going to peek over at the duo lane and see if any boxing matches have started yet. We are going to see Gilly pushed up a little bit, but him and Transonics are going to move back to the tower. Hopefully they're able to take out these. They actually might lose a few minions right now. It looks like they might bleed a few to the tower, which could put them a little bit behind in XP. I'm going to pull up the XPM right now, see if they actually lost any.
Yeah, they've lost 4 minions on gold to the tower. At least they have the XP, which is the real important part.
Yeah.
Air Cougar and Homie just managing to push through that wave pretty easily here. Homie just able to melt the waves as Khepri with his 2. He's going to get the snare now on Transonics, and he's going to get the pull off as well, but the nice tail whip to get Homie off of Transonics there.
Yeah, we are seeing Air Cougar and Homie look pretty strong though here, and a lot of that I do think just comes down to the fact that Kepri's pretty nasty early on at putting some pressure.
Yeah, Kepri is really good at that early game pressure. He's able to melt waves out. This is why we've seen him favored as a solo pick really strongly in the OCE scene. We also seen a little bit in the SPL. It wasn't as prevalent, but that's why Kepri is such a strong support pick right now. He's able just to melt waves.
Yeah, they've done quite a chunk of damage to Transonics here. We haven't seen Transonics get as aggressive as he normally can, and I do think Freya's a part of that too. Can't just charge in too fast with Freya here.
Transonics is trying to save his mana. When Kepri's stepping up on him, usually you might see a Freya banish him and waste a bit of mana. But he's just trying to save his mana here to clear the waves out. He knows he has that innate lifesteal, the magical lifesteal there on his passive. So he knows he's going to be able to heal that damage back up. As you see now, he's back to almost full health.
We are seeing a Wheelish right now, potentially looking to get a little bit of a rotation going here. But we're just not seeing Eager pushed up far enough to have any real opportunity. TV's just waiting for it, though. We are going to see right now Air Cougar getting opened up on. Is the damage going to be high enough? We're seeing Transonics wail in on him right now, but wow, what a great portal by Sam Bam there, and he's actually going to rotate over. We're seeing right now there might be a little bit of... No, we're not going to see too many people return right now to that duo lane. That was a beautiful portal. Talk about the global pressure that Giannis can put on. That absolutely changed the tide of the game. That first blood would have been absolutely huge for Transonics.
Yeah, he was almost dead there. You had to think that if Transonics had stepped up a little bit earlier there, they may have been able to get that extra auto attack or the banish. But Air Cougar just able to get out of there, and the global pressure from Giannis through space and time just striking fear into the Juice team, and they just decided to back it on up.
Yeah, wow, that was actually one of the best portals I've seen so far. That was beautiful. The coordination that Eager already has shown in this game, and we're not even 4 minutes in. We're not even in the phase of the game where team fights really happen. We're not in the part of the game where you see shenanigans like that go off, but right now we are going to see Juice just going to kind of continue their farm, and we're going to see the same thing from Team Eager.
Yeah, we're going to see them secure those left camps. We're just going to see those traded off again. These two teams know each other. They came pretty close at the UMG, so just watch for them to play passive here, these nice passive games, as we do see Dust actually get in for the invade on Dwarf's blue buff, which is going to hurt Dwarf just a little bit, as Jing Chen really relies on his ability to clear the lane.
Yeah, right now we are seeing a little bit of a group from Team Eager rolling around in the jungle. I'm curious to see where they look to try to grab first blood.
Fairly standard by Eager to group up like this. They really like to three-man their buffs and three-man rotate across the map. It's a big thing for them that we see them do so often, a little bit more than other teams. They opted for the triple splitting just to be able to get into camps and secure objectives a little bit easier.
Yeah, and it does keep them pretty safe. What do you think the downfall of a strategy like that is, though?
They're going to bleed a little bit of XP, and you do see that in some parts on the board. They are ahead, though, in the jungle right now, so it hasn't affected them too much. I'm curious as why TV actually is behind right now at level 6 compared to Guan Yu's level 7 when they are triple splitting XP camps.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. I just think they're so effective at doing that game, at doing the jungle game, at getting the XP early on, that they can kind of afford to do like that three-man jungle roam and still get the XP that any other team is going to be able to. They're just that effective.
Yeah, they're very good. These guys obviously have a ton of knowledge, game knowledge, a lot of ex-PC players on this team. They are aware of the farming game and how important that is. And one guy who can tell you all about that is Echo's former Elevate player.
Guan Yu coming up behind Transonics right now. He's just melting Transonics. That was an easy kill, and Air Cougar is going to actually pick it up in the end, which is definitely going to be big. That is something that matters, and we're going to see Air Cougar already at level 7, and we're going to see Guan Yu at level 8. Right now, Gilly's trying to put up a little bit of a fight. We are going to see Sobek go down. He's under the water, about to come up, getting a little bit of help from Purify, but might not be enough. We're going to see Matt Coys go up on the horse and just absolutely demolish Sobek. Gilly is going to go down. That is 2 kills on the clock, and we see another 2 members from Juice they need to hide back behind this tower, and we're going to see a little bit of an invade on these jungle camps. They're going to try to keep that pressure moving, and they're going to try to really punish for that kill.
Yeah, just look at the 3-man rotation going back to mid lane here, where they're going to try and clear that wave. TV and Purified are afraid to go here on Air Cougar. They did catch him out, and they probably could have grabbed that kill, but they're just so unsure with the rotation from Eager and the potential they have just to get in on top of them, you know, before they're able to kill Air Cougar.
Yeah, that was a really good rotation there by Guan Yu. Oh, now actually moving over, we are seeing a little
Eager
bit of
wants
a
possession of those right mid camps. They want to get the timers on both of them, and look as Purified makes the move in. They are going to get those timers, and that's a big deal. They just negated. They took a 440 XP lead there by getting the left Harpies and denying the right Harpies to Juice.
Yeah, that's definitely going to add up right now. Wow, that was a really big play.
A lot of trouble here in the soul lane. Look at the worst, just going to pick up that kill with the auto attack to finish that up as he closed the gap from under tower. Dust getting a little bit too greedy as he dove under.
I did not get to see that. I did not expect that stalemate to be ended there that quickly, and I'm actually surprised that it did go to do worst because Jing Chen hadn't been doing so well against the tier. Tier was putting on a lot of damage. We were seeing so much damage from Dust. He was looking really strong. I was really understanding why he kind of went for that pick. I guess he just got a little overconfident there.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure what happened over in that lane. Dust did have a 2-level advantage, and that kind of fell off. And now Jing Chen is now only within 300 gold of Dust. So that early lead has really been negated. With Tier pushed out of the lane, you have to think that maybe Jing Chen might have the XP advantage right now.
Yeah, we are going to see in the duo lane right now, Transonic's not in the best position right now. Khepri and Rama just being so terrifying. He just kind of has to wait back, wait for the minions to get in a place where he can strike them in a safe way. He's going to pick up all the kills, though, but we are going to see right now Wheelish might be in a position where she could open up on Khepri, but looking kind of scared, waiting for the help from Sobek, and it's not going to come in time. We're going to see Eager dance around this Gold Fury right now, maybe trying to bait something out.
You may see something happen here now, but TV is being cautious for a reason. They know that Eager is around that left side of the jungle. They know Homie's just not going to sit by mid Harpies that deep without a reason. So they're going to back it on up here and just play it cautious. They are behind by 3 kills and just 1,000 gold. They don't want to bleed that any more than it already is. They want to stop the bleeding right now. So they're just going to play it safe. They're going to farm. And this is the type of game that Juice does play when they're down, generally.
Yeah, also, you have to keep in mind, right now, Team Eager does have a Giannis. You really need to be careful. You need to almost include him in any fight that you do open up on. We saw how much of a force that portal can really be, even at this point in the game. Right now, though, they are going to catch Giannis a little bit out of position here, and they're going to try to get enough damage on him, and the tower is wailing in on him. He might go down. Yeah, TV's going to pick up that kill. Tower finished Sambam off. That was a really good play by Sobek, forcing him into that tower.
That looks like it was maybe a disconnect or a controller died or something. Yeah, that's a DC there.
Yo, you think so?
That was an evident DC.
Yeah, because, I mean, he was just kind of standing in that tower. Well, we're too far into the game. They're going to have to live with that.
Yeah, they're going to have to live with that one. I'm surprised to see that there isn't a pause coming out here.
Yeah, I think it's a DC.
They're waiting for all the combat to stop is what's happening here.
Yeah.
They can't stop it without the combat. Yeah, I don't know if Juice knew that was a DC or not. I'm not exactly sure. It was interesting to see the Willits all going up on that there as well.
I bet they probably did not know that it was a DC. They're not the type of team that would try to take advantage of it. I mean, there really wasn't a way to tell that it was a DC until they had already thrown him into the tower and he kind of just stood there.
Yeah, an interesting DC for sure. But at the end of the day, the kill is going to go to Juice off of that one. That'll be their first kill of the game.
It is going to be their first kill in the game, 10 minutes and 25 seconds in. We are going to see that XP difference slightly in their favor right now. Slightly in Juice's favor. 712 XP up on Team Eager. But Team Eager has that ever so important 68 gold lead. 68.
Yeah, you have to think that XP is sitting in someone in particular, that little bit of an advantage, because you see that TV is actually TV moved ahead on the enemy jungle. He was behind by a level earlier, but he's actually bridged that gap.
We are seeing Gilly right now sitting at level 9, so it's got to be on someone in particular.
You're going to see Juice get these mid camps back here with the kill on the mid lane. Look at Transonics in a lot of trouble here now. Guan Yu making the rotation. Talu Assault on top of Transonics as he pops that ultimate to try and escape. Look at Air Cougar getting aggressive, trying to put the auto attacks on top of Transonics. He'll hit two of the three there, and he'll take a little bit of damage. Not enough to knock him out. Here is TV with the knockup. A Willick's ultimate going to be popped. It's up again, and Air Cougar going to go up in the air. We talked about this earlier as he just lays the damage down Transonics. Air Cougar in a lot of trouble as the banish is hit. There's the conviction from the Guan Yu. McCoy is in a bit of trouble here now. Bede's going to be popped, and he's going to dash on out of that situation.
Wow, Purified's going to pick up the double kill there. There was an absolutely beautiful ult and very, very good. The persistence there, totally called for. We are going to see Juice rotate over, try to steal this attack speed camp, and it looks like they're going to get it uncontested. Transonics is going to pick that up. Yeah, we already saw a lot in that fight from Team Eager. Even though they did lose, they let up a double kill there, but they did look pretty good. They did show the amount of pressure they could put on in a situation like that. But after that DC, after that team fight that didn't go in your favor, you are even on the board right now for kills, 3 and 3, about 12 minutes through this game, and the graphs are going to start to move a little bit in the favor of Juice. We're going to see right now the XP difference is going to move all the way up to 3,200, and the gold difference has moved up to 1,200. Definitely something that's going to start to matter.
Snowballed off that mid lane kill. There's no doubt about that. I'm not exactly sure. I don't think they thought that was a DC. I'm going to be completely honest. Just for the fact that the Willick's ultimate was popped there. Why would you pop in a Willick's ultimate if the kill was guaranteed anyway from a disconnect?
Yeah, and also just knowing these players, they're not. If someone is disconnected, they're not just going to kill them. You know, they're gonna pause the game.
That's for sure. Juice did really punish Eager, though, after that kill. They managed to get those mid-harpies. They made that transition to the dual lane there, picked up those kills. They've evened it up. Now, actually taking the lead on gold, as well as stealing the enemy attack speed buff. So you have to think that's going to give Transonics a bit of an edge. They're actually boxing here, and Transonics is winning out. But here's the through space and time is going to come in. Look at Guan Yu, Khepri, and Giannis on the way.
Oh,
the ultimate's already popped.
Was that a beads pop there?
That was beef pop.
Okay, yeah, that was a really strong play, and right now Purified looking like he might be in a little bit of trouble too, and Transonics is still taking damage even though he's trying to hide behind this tower. It is definitely looking dangerous. We are going to see a teleport right now. Tyr is going to move in, try to add a little bit extra damage, but we are going to see Purified get thrown right into the young homie, and that he's going to finish him off. Right now, Eager looking absolutely hungry to take this game back. They're going to move back a little bit, but don't be surprised if they manage to get another kill here. We are going to see Gilly, Dust, and TV try to move back while Khepri continues to put the damage on, and right now we might see them go for the Gold Fury just to bait out another kill.
Yeah, it looks like Eager's going to actually spread back the lanes here. They're going to clear buff camps. They're just rotating back to farming, because as it stands right there, if they all stayed in that lane, all they were doing was 5-man splitting. TV going to jump in here on Air Cougar, not going to make a whole lot happen as he's just going to back it on off with the roll. Gilly making his move in as well. He's going to miss the block. Not going to happen. There is the tail whip, and the Willick's ultimate popped, and nothing's going to come of that one.
Yeah, Gilly looking like he was a little bit out of position there. I expected the Khepri to try to get in on the abduct, but we're not going to see it go down, and we are going to see Transonics try to clean up as much vision as he can right now, because that is definitely going to be very important later on in this game.
Obviously, a lot of emphasis being put on the dual lane this game. We haven't seen many rotations to the soul lane. I think it was just the one from the Willicks. That didn't really amount to much. It was just a feather step, and then they kind of stepped out of there. But the focus on the dual lane is evident. Obviously, they view this matchup as they don't want Air Cougar getting down. They don't want Air Cougar getting focused, and the same going for Juice. They don't want Transonics getting focused. So they were seeing these big rotations to that dual lane to really put pressure down there, at least deny farm to the enemy carry. And as you can see, they're quite even right now. Only 150 gold difference in the Rock's favor.
In a matchup like this, though, too, you kind of expect to look to the duo lane, something that's so when the game's this even, that carry is really the thing that can win you the game. And the first Phoenix that goes down in the duo lane, I'd be willing to bet money that the first team to get a Phoenix down in the duo lane goes to win the entire thing.
Yeah,
we're going to see Guan Yu shred Purified right now. Yeah, go ahead.
We're going to see Purified taking a little bit of damage there as well. Going to death from below out of that. You need to be careful just because the Khepri's ability to pluck him. And then Guan Yu just getting in there just gives Guan Yu the ability to get on top of you and Hades' death from below. He's also going to be able to just pop his course. Look, Transonics getting rotated on again here now. Irakuga trying to box him, actually losing the boxing match, but it doesn't matter as Guan Yu's making his way in. There's a Talu Assault. Here's Khepri with the pull. There was the auto attacks from Guan Yu. The Transonics ultimate is going to come up as we see the 4-man rotation on the dual lane once again.
Wow, and the damage has so much reach. They were managing to hit Transonics for so much, but he knows he saw so many abilities go off. He thinks he can keep going, but we're going to see Matt Koi's punish him for it. He's going to take that tower dive right there, and he may get away with his life, but Sobek's ultimate will go off here. Looks like we are going to see Gilly finish off Matt Koi's. That's going to be a trade right under that tower, and we are going to see the rest of Team Eager kind of back off here. Right there, though, we did see Transonics with very good map awareness. He knew he was getting rotated on. There just really wasn't that much he can do. He was doing so well in that boxing match, too. It's a shame to let that go. We're going to see TV get a little bit aggressive here, blink in, and Purify's going to try to polish off the kill, and he's going to get it. Homie does go down.
There we go, TV going to pick up that kill. Nice feather step there, but he's going to get the knock up on Irakuga. There's another feather step. Irakuga down to 2 bars of health. TV taking a lot of damage. He's going to fall to Sandbam as the unstable vortex hits him. TV not able to get Suku out and jump out of trouble there. His team leaving him for scraps after that
yeah, I really think the reason he was trying to push in so much was because he saw the potential to get Irakuga down right now, and like we have said, Irakuga definitely a player you want to get down at this point in the game. If you can get him behind, Transonics will be able to carry you to victory.
If we're looking at the war on the carry lane right now, Eager winning that one convincingly. They've knocked Transonics out of lane on 2 different occasions. Irakuga has only been knocked out at 1 point. He's actually up on gold now, still only at 300 gold margin, but the XP difference is starting to go in his favor. He's losing the boxing matches, though, with Transonics, which is interesting.
Yeah,
still,
you have to be kind of frustrated if you're Transonics right now. Like, just look at how strong he is at boxing with Irakuga, and he keeps getting rotated on.
He's on this awkward position right now on Freya, where Freya really comes online when she first builds that Hasten Fatalis. Then she scales off until the late game, where she comes on again.
I think Khepri's going to try to get the abduction off here.
There we go. Khepri's not going to land that snare. Transonics getting rotated on again here. Here's the grab, and the beads are going to be popped as well. Willix and Hades making the rotation now. Look for the Pillar of Agony, possibly on the Khepri here just in a moment.
TV in a good position here to actually try to get a kill off on Guan Yu, but we are going to see Sobek move in and try to turn the tide of this battle. The ultimate is going down. They're looking at Guan Yu. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to pick up the kill, though, and if they do, it's going to take a long pursuit. Right now, we are seeing Homie being the lowest member within reach, and Guan Yu just able to heal up himself and Irakuga there, just showing how strong this god can be. Not only can he shred through your armor, he's just going to have so much sustain with his heals. We're going to have to see the rest of Juice kind of back it off, get back into the camps, keep getting XP. But we are seeing Eager right now, still pretty clumped up around the Gold Fury. They are starting to hit it right now. It is just below 90%. Sobek's going to move in there right now. Let's see if he gets absolutely demolished, because Gilly's taking so much damage right now. Sambam hits him for about a large chunk of his health. That is quite a poke.
You see Guan Yu able to get in there with the Talu Assault, and he just shreds protections on Gilly. That's going to make him go to half health, and he's going to have to come in here. Jing Chen Elf going to be popped. Gilly going to be flicked into the wall. Purified beating that and moving right towards the enemy team. They're going to back on off. They don't want to be caught in the pillar with the engagement potential here from Juice. Purified getting focused now as well. Gilly in a lot of trouble. Sandbam looks to pick up the kill. Gilly looking for a way out. He's going to look for his dash here any minute. He had a little bit of lifesteal off his abilities. Matt Koi is going to pick up the kill with the Talu Assault. Pillar of Agony on 4 people right in the mid camps. And that is a kill for Purified on Irakuga. Irakuga finally going to get knocked out of his lane now as Transonics goes up, putting a lot of damage onto Worst. And that is going to be the end of this engagement.
Wow, that was a beautiful, beautiful pillar. Did manage to get Irakuga down. If you could get one player down there, that was definitely the one you did want to get down. Gilly, a little bit unfortunate there. It looked like he was going to escape, but in the end, he just couldn't. But the blue team definitely winning that fight. They managed to pick off Irakuga, and they get the Gold Fury. Looking pretty good for Juice.
Exceptional display there by Juice in that team fight. Gilly, however, just up close and a little bit too personal, I think. Once he got bursted down to about half health, he maybe should have backed it up to the camps and got a heal off the Hades or something. They should have did something there just to get him back into a position where he could heal up and be effective in a team fight. all he did was play distraction for Sambam, which at the end worked as it was a trade. But I feel like that engagement could have been a lot more for Juice.
Yeah, we did see Gilly. He used his kit very well there to get a little bit of a disengage there, and I'm surprised he didn't just take the disengage while he could. I mean, you don't want to leave your team behind, but giving up the kill, sometimes not the best move. Sometimes it can be valuable, but in that particular situation, I think it would have even gone better if Gilly had just left. I think they still would have been able to pick up a kill with that Pillar of Agony. It was just so well placed.
It was a well placed Pillar of Agony, that's for sure. You look at it, hit 4 different people there, picked up the kill after the fact. So I mean, it was a awesome ultimate. It's just there was no follow up on it there for Purified.
Yeah, I'm just watching this boxing match between Dust and D-Worst. It's been good the entire game, but I'm going to move on over to Freya. Looks like we might see a little bit of a rotation come in on her again. We do see the young homie, and Transonics is kind of ready for that rotation. Does manage to get back in time, but not going to back off the wave all the way. Going to try to keep the dream alive, get as much XP as possible. Seeing a little bit of a rumble in the jungle, though, right now. It looks like Gilly might be in danger once again.
Gilly missed the pluck there. He's going to go lurking in the waters. He's going to have to get out of that engagement. He didn't want to get pulled by the Khepri and get focused down by Giannis and Guan Yu. Guan Yu shredding his protections, and then Giannis hitting him with that unstable vortex would have been imminent death for him. Definitely
an acceptable ultimate there just to make sure you keep your life in that situation. But we're going to see a full rotation right now from Eager. This is a lot of power coming into the duo lane. Gilly, Transonics, and TV looking to kind of get back here, but we are going to see right now Purified moving on over to this lane too to help out. We're going to see Sambam kind of whiff on his poke.
They're going to continue to put pressure on here now. 4 members on the side, left-hand side of the map for each team. Likely to see some cheeky moves coming here as Sambam and Guan Yu look to secure mid camps and push that mid wave in, looking to put more pressure. Maybe bait a fight on the way back through mid Harpies with Juice.
Yeah, right now it looks like there is going to be a fight in this jungle, but we are just seeing Eager play it very cautious. They're going to try to force Juice to just go back to lane with them. They're happy with how things are going right now. They don't want to open up to themselves up to any mistakes. Looking right now at the graphs, we are seeing that the game is in favor of Juice at this point, but not by any absolutely crazy means. The XP difference is at 5K.
That's mostly in the solo lane.
Yeah,
that XP difference is mostly in the solo lane. Yeah. Dust is level 20 now.
And the gold difference, 3,000. Matters, but not the biggest lead. Not by any means. This is very much either team's game at this point. And I'm just happy to see how well Juice is playing right now. We saw them have a few matches where they didn't really look like the team we knew they could be. And I honestly think part of the problem last week was probably the fact Juice wasn't in comms. I did get a hold of him during that little commercial break that we had, and he said he managed to borrow some Astros from a friend. So he's in comms tonight, and it's really showing. He's been getting rotated on all night, and he's been handling it pretty well.
Yeah, he's been doing a better job tonight for sure. The awareness has been there. Something he was lacking before. A lot of that gold, though, is mostly in Dust. And then there's about 1,000 gold in Purified on top of that Giannis. So it's not as staggering as you might think. There's an extra item in the tier, okay? And he hasn't actually made the rotations for team fights just yet, so it's not a huge deal. He did manage to take tier 1 in the solo lane, which is good. We might be able to see him rotate, but it doesn't look like that's been a focus for him so far.
Yeah, right now we are seeing, even though all the graphs do show a little bit of an advantage to Juice, we are seeing on the actual map a little bit of an advantage for Eager.
Here we go, the fight's coming here. Portal going to be hit on top of TV. TV's going to have to pop his beats nice and early. Koi's going to get the stun off on Giliara off of the horse. The worst moving in as well. He had to pop his beats. Transonics coming in to box here. Cougar from behind. There's the pull on DeWorst from TV. And DeWorst down to half health, down a quarter now, as we see the big ultimate from Tyr with Purified, with the Pillar of Agony on the young homie. Everyone is so low on the side of Eager, but they haven't picked up a kill yet. There's homie with the ultimate on top of himself, and he is likely not going to be able to get out of here as Purified with the body blocks. There he is with a big dash. That's huge as Dust looking to continue the chase. Transonics looking for the snipe.
Khepri's ultimate going to keep him alive there, and it looks like his entire team is going to get healed up by Guan Yu. So Matt Koiz is going to go on the chase now, beating in on Transonics, trying to get the stun off. We are going to see beads pop. Is he going to be able to return this damage? It looks like he is going to be able to, and DeWorst might be the first to fall. Purified's going to get that kill. Sam Bam, though, with a big portal and getting quite a bit of damage in, but that's just not going to be enough. You're not going to get the trade there. That kill is going to go to Juice.
Yeah, Juice is going to have to back on up here. They're not going to get a whole lot out of that engagement. Just a kill on Dust. And they're not going to be able to push up here. Well, actually, Dust is going to try. He's going to push Homie back. He's got a little bit of a level advantage there on top of him, Air Cougar, and Sandman, but he's up there all alone right now. And if he's not careful, there is enough CC there to be able to just lock him down and CC him. There is the first snare. He's going to have to dash on out of that. And he's looking at the mid camps. And I can't imagine that Eager's going to let it there.
What a confident play by Dust there, and it definitely plays off. He gets that mid camp, and we were just saying we haven't seen Dust really rotate to many of these team fights. What a presence he just showed in that team fight. That was absolutely mind-boggling. He got so much damage in there. He forced out the ultimate from Khepri. That ultimate did save Khepri too, just by the skin of his teeth. Even after the Blessing of the Scarab did go off, he still went down to almost an unnoticeable amount of health under the tower. And now we're going to see blue team pushing in on this Harpy, and Matt Koiz is going to try to steal it, but it's just not soon enough. Sam Bam putting his portal down, going to look to jump into this team fight at an opportune moment. And you know what? It's going to end up saving Khepri, and it's going to end up saving Guan Yu. But we're going to see Juice continuing the chase right now. They want to get another kill. They want to break this stalemate of 7-7. They want to get that 8th kill.
There we go, the knock-up on Homie, and we're going to see Sobek with the toss-back. Feather Step on Homie as well. Pillar of Agony going down. Homie's going to get body block into that. Guan Yu down to half health, but he does have his conviction, so look for that. TV going to get focused down as Dust taking a lot of damage from tower here in the enemy team. He is going to fall. The Archers right there. And Purified. Likely the next to go down here. Here's McCoy's in on him. Telu Salt down. There's the death from below, but he's not out of it yet. The worst. And McCoy's have a ton of ability to get in and close that gap.
This fight is falling apart for Juice right now. Team Eager managing to get so many kills, and they're looking to Gilly right now to get to 11. Wow, what an absolutely dominant play from Team Eager. We're going to see 11 kills on the board for them now. We only saw Juice pick up 1 kill there. 1 kill there, and that kill was on Khepri.
Free Fire Giant right there. And that was a great Pillar of Agony. They had the body blocks unlocked, but MacBoys was able to get out of their little impenetrable fortress of bodies that they had put all around Purified, making it so that Guan Yu or Khepri couldn't actually escape the pillar. But MacBoy is able to sneak on through, heal himself up, and get back in the safety of his tower while his team came up and healed for him. Purified almost had a great play there where he walked back in the wave to heal himself back up, and it almost saved him, but the Rama ult was just melting through him.
Wow, what a dominant play there by Team Eager. We really saw the coordination that this team was able to put on in the team fight. And the second that team fight was over, the second that the remaining players from Juice disengaged, they took Fire Giant, completely uncontested, looking dominant right now. All members of their team possessing that Fire Giant buff. And I would be so surprised if they didn't do something big with it right about now.
3,000 gold still in favor of Juice, though. After all of that, they still do have a gold lead of 3,000.
And they definitely still have a horse in this race. They could very easily come back. A team like Juice, they know how to adapt. They know how to play from behind as well as play in the lead. I'm not writing them off yet, by any means.
Yeah, I wouldn't write them off by any means. They still have the gold lead. Eager are likely to tie it up here, though, after taking... They'll probably take a tier 1, maybe a tier 2 somewhere else on the map. They do have a nice split going here. 3 men on the dual lane, and they've had Jing Chen actually pushing tower on the solo lane. It's going to be real hard for Tier to actually bully Jing Chen with the HP 5 he has innately on his passive. Mix that with the Fire Giant buff, he's going to be really hard to kill.
Yeah, Guan Yu rotating in right now. They are putting so much pressure on this duo lane, and that duo lane being the most important lane on the map for sure. And we are going to see right now the Homie tries to get up the abduction, and Purified's going to respond with a Pillar of Agony, but it's not going to be enough, and he's taking so much damage. We're going to see Guan Yu right now trying to shred his armor, and he's getting that damage in, but it looks like Purified is going to be able to escape just in the nick of time. But the Homie does look to try to get that kill, and Gilly's going to try to punish him for it.
Yeah, Homie is likely to get away here. He's just going to retreat to the safety of his team as they look to take down the tier 2 tower. That's going to actually put the gold lead in favor of Eager after that little engagement.
Eager just trying to snowball this lead that they do have right now, and they are doing a good job at it. Gilly in a situation right now, 1v3, and he's looking very strong. We are seeing a few of the members of Eager back off a little bit, but Sam Bam's able to get his through time and space down and kind of disengage from that fight while his team moves in. Sam Bam still taking damage, does manage to use the space and time again and get away, and we're going to see the Jing Chen ultimate throw TV in a really bad place. Dust is going to get a kill, but then D-Worst is going to answer with a kill on TV, and the fight's not over yet. Khepri does manage to get a stun off on Purified. Purified's going to try to disengage, but this could be even worse for Juice right now.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Juice, but they're fighting when Eager has Fire Giant and they have a tank comp plus heals. They are not going to win these engagements.
I think they're just trying to protect these towers, and I can't blame them. It is really scary when you see Team Eager just absolutely melting towers.
It's not doing any damage to Worst. We just see how heavy that HP 5 is with Fire Giant and the passive on Jing Chen. He is not taking any damage. As soon as he's taking it, it's being negated with the heals.
Yeah, Guan Yu just healing so much right now. Just absolutely so much. Guan Yu going to try to get away from Gilly's ultimate. That ultimate does see him, and it sees quite a bit of damage fall off. But right now, Team Eager, they are starting to take damage, but we can see just how confident they are. Are we going to be able to see Juice pick up a kill here, though? It does look like Dust is getting in on Guan Yu, but Guan Yu gets another heal off.
Now, it's the power of Guan Yu right now in this meta, and MacBoys plays him exceptionally well. He's able to just get in there and disrupt the enemy team. That's more of MacBoys' type of god. You know, these whole blink plays, all these blink plays aren't really MacBoys' specialty. He's really good with positioning and his rotations. And Guan Yu allows him, with the big hitboxes on the Talu Assault and stuff like that, just really get in and disrupt the enemy backline. That's where MacBoys really shines.
Right now, we are seeing Eager. They're just going to continue to try to snowball this, and they're taking down that Gold Fury right now. It's already at 15% health, and it doesn't look like anyone's going to be able to make it there in time. 3, 2, 1. Yep, that's the Gold Fury. We are going to see one Gold Fury go to Team Eager, and they have the Fire Giant, or the Fire Giant buff just fell off. So we are going to see right now, Juice, this is probably their time to try to tilt the scale back in their favor. If you were them, how would you try to do that, Ravage?
If I was Juice right now, I'd turtle. I'd keep turtling or look for, at least get some ward coverage around Fire Giant. Get tricky with them. Get it off Fire Giant, get it towards like mid-Harpies, so you can at least see the rotations when they make the move for Fire. You do have a Hades, you have an Awilix, and the Tyr. Mix that with the Solbeck. You do have a lot of ability to objective secure, and maybe catch them off guard when they're trying to secure that big buff. And you're going to see Transonics just clear that sentry off there. Just look for Gilly to get up here now and put a defensive ward on the Fire Giant as well. One they wouldn't necessarily put a sentry on.
Yeah, definitely good place for that ward, but we might see, yeah, it looks like it's going to get picked off. The sentry did go down. That's good knowledge from Eager there.
That's exactly what you'll see happen all the time, these high-end games. When you place a ward on Fire Giant and you have a disadvantage, it's going to get cleared off because the enemy team's just going to continue to aggress on you in your jungle, and they're going to just pop another sentry down, they're going to clear it. There's no way for you really to get back up there without engaging a fight, and that's exactly what Eager wants right now. Dust's going to push back on a DeWorst. Here's the Blink going to come in as well. DeWorst fighting with Gilly, and
yeah, I'm looking right now at Dust. Dust has been able to get so much damage in on Air Cougar, but we are going to see the rest of the team drop back in on him, but the fight is not over yet. Looking right now at Awilix, kind of see the formation forming right now. They are waiting for Team Eager to move enough out of position that they can punish them with a kill, but the young homie is going to initiate there with his pincers. McCoy's just able to take these tower hits right now. He's able to take these tower hits and just put out so much damage. This is looking pretty threatening still for Juice, even with Eager not having the Fire Giant buff, but they are going to catch the young homie a little bit out of position, and we're going to see Gilly's ultimate pop off. The Scarab is going to keep him alive, and when he returns, he resurrects just to see that tower fall. You got to be happy right now if you're Eager, and they're going to look for a kill here too. They managed to pull TV a little bit out of position, but Dust trying to punish them for being so aggressive.
Yeah, homie getting in here right on top of the enemy team, and he's just continuing to assault them just on the front line. Here we go. We see Dust just pushing the enemy team back. Here's the Pillar of Agony to secure Homie. Homie taking a lot of damage. Conviction almost saved him. The worst pushing in as well. Now look for the Phoenix go down here. They're going to look to tank this.
You don't even feel bad if you're the Homie and you've gone down there. You already resurrected and did so much in that fight. He was really the one who was able to pull out the trade on Gilly.
He's been very, very effective in this game. He's just used his pressure. That passive has really helped him as well, where he gets that little bit of a shield and gives it to the rest of his team. Yeah. You see how these big ultimates are hitting them, and they're coming back out with full health because Guan Yu's not even having to pop his heal on these initial engagements because the passive from Khepri is just so strong.
Yeah, and
Khepri that in, he can tank everything.
Yeah, he was so important in that fight too, though, just because he knew he had the Blessing of the Scarab. He knew he could put that on himself. He knew he could run right past that tower and look like this big, juicy target to get down while the tower just fell, and we didn't see any real defense from Juice because they were busy trying to get down Khepri.
There's not enough burst on Juice. This is the thing. Homie's kind of identified. They're not getting to their backline. He doesn't have to save that for Ear Cougar. He can get up close and personal because Juice doesn't have the actual burst after the initial slew of ultimates to actually burst him down after he heals back to half health from the Scarab.
Yeah, I mean, the only move that we're really seeing be super successful in a lot of these team fights is the Pillar of Agony. Sobek's trying to get some damage in with his ultimate, but it's really the Pillar of Agony that is shining in these team fights. I'm actually going to look right now at the player damage. We are going to see, though, Dust just getting in so much damage, and we've seen that, right? We've seen him box pretty much everyone, and he's doing it right now. He's so confident. He knows he's tanky enough that he can really take some hits, get in there, and be the aggressor for his team. But we're
he's
just
really
seeing...
when Guan Yu touches him, though, he's getting taken down very fast. Just because of Guan Yu's ability to spread protections, it makes Dust extremely vulnerable. And you'll see it here now as the Talu Assault goes down. Look how much health he was losing. He actually had to dash out of that one, so he didn't take any more damage while the protections were shred. Here we go, Guan Yu on the horse here now. Jing Chen ult down as well. Purified. Actually going to be chained into CC here. He's not even going to be able to pop his Pillar of Agony. He's going to go down before he was even any use to his team. There is the pull on Homie. That's the wrong one, TV. You don't want him, and you are likely to go down here as well. Jing Chen on the chase. Suku going to get TV out of that situation.
Team Eager in a very good position here. If they can keep this momentum going, this might be the end of the game. They are going to set their eyes on the Fire Giant, and if they pull this off, and it looks like they will, the only person who's here who can even contest this is Transonics. He's going to have to try to steal this buff, and we are going to see Dust get here as well. But I don't know if they're going to be able to put on the pressure that they need to right now. Their best bet is to try to steal this. They are going to invade, though, a little bit early here. Try to just disrupt this and reset the Fire Giant. We are seeing Sobek and Wheelish also get to the Fire Giant, and it looks like we are going to get the reset. But if they lose this team fight here, this will be absolutely huge for Team Eager. But they're looking very strong right now. Juice definitely knowing what to do in this situation. And we're going to see Team Eager back up just a little bit. Juice knows they don't need to reinitiate right this second.
No, they're not going to look to reinitiate. You're actually going to see people go back for the heal here. You're going to see 3 members. So Juice is actually going to move up on here and likely look to put a sentry down. They're not able to win the ward war in that occasion. As we see it through space and time coming out from the Giannis, he's going to pop through all those portals with his team. They're going to have the mobility to get up to the Fire Giant again and make sure Juice is zoned off this pretty convincingly.
Gilly gets pulled in by the young homie. Those pincers might be the ones that you die to right now. They do get the dot off of him. Gilly is able to use his kit, though, to get out of there, and that's going to give them just enough space to maybe open up on Dust. Dust is going to have to back up as well. We are seeing the rest of Juice fill in right now. This is going to be a team fight, and like I've said, if Eager manages to win this, that's the Fire Giant. So much on the line here. It's the game. We're going to see right now so much damage going around. They're looking to try to kill Guan Yu, but Guan Yu's not going to go down in this particular situation. We're seeing Sambam once again use that portal to his advantage. Purified, not really hitting too many people with his ultimate there. This is dangerous.
The big thing that happened there, Jing Chen had the 4-man ult, and all 4 men beat. So all those are down right now. Homie going to get killed by the Gravity Surge. Willick's going to get the Feather Step to secure that kill. As we move over to Dust, Dust down really low, but he looks like he is going to survive the onslaught from DeWurst. DeWurst going to move back here now into 4 members of Juice, but the portal going to be placed down by Giannis, so the escape can happen.
Eager really showing how well they know this battlefield. They moved right on over to that mid Harpies camp after the engagement was done. They already took that down. They're just gonna, or sorry, they didn't take it down, but they just knew how to get out of this fight, and they are ready to re-engage on this Fire Giant at a minute's notice. And we are gonna see Juice though right now. They want to try to take this.
I'm afraid this could be the wrong call for Juice right now. They're gonna move in here on Ear Cougar and disengage from the Fire Giant, and kill an Ear Cougar is likely not to happen here. Oh, the worst actually going to pick up TV, and Dust is still moving for the Ear Cougar kill. He is definitely going to get killed here. He's going to get focused down by McCoy. McCoy's going to chase him down with the ultimate, and this is a free Fire Giant once again for Eager. Juice getting a little bit too aggressive once again.
Yeah, getting aggressive there, definitely not the move. Now you have 2 people in the graveyard for a minute. That just gives them so much time. Eager has so much time to just take this Fire Giant down and stroll around the map with that buff. We are going to see Purified right now. He's going to look to steal this, and this is a god that can do that. We've seen it happen before, but you're taking so much damage right now. You know the potential that McCoy has to put damage on you. He shreds through your armor. You were going to see the abduction go off, and the fight's not over yet. We're going to see Gilly move in. His ultimate does go up, but it's not going to be enough to save Purified. Purified's going to need to try to get out of here, and he does do it. He does do it. I'm very impressed by Juice right there. They did manage to really slow them down on the Fire Giant, and that might be enough time. They might have bought themselves enough time.
They may have. It's a big question mark right now. Eager's going to disengage once again. They're going to look for the pick on Transsonic's going to pop beads again. That has to be the story of these team fights. Every time Eager pops beads, they're opening up a 60-second window where they can really influence a team fight heavily. And you're going to see that the tier 1 beads that were popped are still down on a number of the carries from that last engagement.
Yeah, but we did see Gilly there. He managed to get down that sentry. That could matter.
Yeah, it could. Gilly going to get down the sentry, so they're going to know when Juice is making the move to Fire Giant. They're not necessarily going to know when it started up. So they're going to have to guesstimate that and use their best knowledge to know when to make the rotation in. But they can kind of sit back by attack speed and mana buff right now with where that's placed. And that's where I was talking about. Between mid Harpies and that mana camp, you can see almost all the rotations coming in if Giannis tries to portal it through space and time to the Fire Giant.
I'm really impressed by that play, though, from Juice. They did manage to fight off the Fire Giant kill, because that would have been spiraled so quickly for Team Eager if they just took that for free.
Yeah, that would have been insurmountable. The next Fire Giant is likely to win this game.
Oh, look at this
with
pillar! Look at the damage coming in. Team Juice getting a lot of damage in, but Purified being the least healthy member on both teams. McCoy's absolutely shredding his armor. He is going to get that death from below off, and TV's going to find the first kill, and it's going to be on Air Cougar.
Yeah, that's a big pick there. A lot of the damage on the side of Eager is going to go down here. Look at the chase. Is real Homie going to put down that snare, going to catch 2 people. He's in a little bit of trouble here now. Feather Step on top of Homie, and look as he just dashes away. He is so slow, though. Transsonic's going to pop those auto attacks, and those are going to slow with every single hit. And Homie going to get taken down there as we're going to see the tier 2 going down finally in the solo lane.
Juice putting their feet on that gas pedal. They have tempo right now, and they're going to try to use it. They're looking to that Phoenix right now, and they're looking for the 2 kills too. They know that they're feeling themselves right now. They're going to try to get at least 1 kill here, and they're looking to D-Worst first, and the damage is definitely coming in. He's at about half health. McCoy's going to try to heal him up, but it looks like the heal might have missed on D-Worst, and we're seeing damage come in on that Phoenix as well.
It looks like Sambam actually DC'd here again. So Juice moving in here, and Eager not able to actually pause due to the fact that they were still in combat.
Hey, if that is what happened, it looks like these Sambam, yep, there it is. It looks like these Sambam DCs have really been kind of the story of the game for Team Eager. Every time it happens, you just see how quickly Juice can punish the lack of presence that is there from that mid laner, because that's a global presence. Sambam has been absolutely incremental to the victory that Eager was able to have for such a long time. But looking at the graphs right now, this game is about even an XP and gold difference. The thing that is really going to be so important is time spent in the graveyard. Anytime we see a player in the graveyard, very quickly look to see the other team try to capitalize a global objective and try to punish it.
Yeah, and that's the I mean, it's pretty even across the board. Besides Giannis, Jing Chen, and Guan Yu have spent so much less time than their counterparts. They've managed to stay alive in a lot of team fights, and that has a lot to do with the escape potential with the Guan Yu, the Giannis, and the Jing Chen. As well as the Giannis portals, like through space and time, the ability to get out of bad situations, and just the short cooldown on the portals to be placed, that factors a lot into it.
Yeah, right now, how long do you think this Fire Giant dance is going to go on? Do you think that's going to be the story of the rest of the game, or do you think we're going to see the team start to switch it up and maybe look somewhere else to put pressure on the map? I feel like if you get too far away from the Fire Giant, you're almost giving it up for free.
Well, that's the issue. And the problem with Juice right here, and they've been a little bit lucky, their lane is pushing up on the dual lane. No one's actually gone over in fear of a fight on Fire Giant to actually clear that or push it back on Juice. There we're going to see the Banish coming up on Air Cougar Purified right in the middle of everyone. He's looking to get an ultimate here, but the rest of his team is a little far removed from him. Look at the grouping from Eager right now. They're chasing down TV. That's who they were looking for, but they're going to turn now. And we see Dust just getting in there with Pillar Agony. Matt Koiz is taking a little bit of damage, but he's being sustained through that fight. Purified being chased down. Air Cougar in a lot of trouble now as Transonics, Gilly, and Dust are on the chase. TV so low. He is going to have to be careful and remove himself from this fight. Air Cougar still at half health as Dust continues the chase on. Gilly also at half health right now, lurking in the waters. Air Cougar already healed up by the Conviction. There's no follow-up. Gilly has to be careful. He's going to get grabbed by Homie as well.
Yeah, Gilly, it looks like you're going to go down here. Yep, and D-Works is going to take that kill. He is on a rampage right now. Definitely see that was big for Eager, but at the same time, I'm impressed by the presence that Juice did have in that team fight, and they're probably going to try to pick off D-Worst here if they notice where he is right now. We are going to see Transonics be very close to him, and it looks like the whole team is ready for a rotation here. They are opening up on him right now, but that roll just being so important, but he gets pulled back in, and the damage is coming in, and that's going to be an even trade. We're going to see D-Worst get shut down, maybe getting a little too confident there, looking to push on that Phoenix.
It's a bigger deal that the worst went down than Gilliara. Just for the fact that you've removed the Jing Chen ultimate from the Fire Giant fight, look for Juice to get really aggressive here on Air Cougar. And then we're going to see the dash on Tier. They're going to push Air Cougar back. He's going to try and roll out of that, but there is the fear from Purified. Kepri going to get that hot ultimate off, but it's just going to pull him right back to the rest of the team. Air Cougar with the hot juke as the big bug really just blocked the vision of Air Cougar and allowed him to get away, but he was going to be picked off anyway. Homie also down. Then we're going to see the Lawbringer going to come in as well. There's the pull from Awilix Purified. Going to pop that off with the 3. Going to pick up Young Homie. Things spiraling out of control here from Eager.
Yeah, Transonics looking so strong there. We actually see a surrender vote right now. Not sure if that is actually going to be the way that we get to this GG. The Red Titans team is under attack right now, and we are seeing Eager really in a bad position. Matt Koiz, though, is really able to change the tide of this fight right now, getting so much damage in on Transonics and TV. TV's probably going to go down here, yeah, and it's going to be the hands of Guan Yu. Guan Yu healing himself up. Now he looks to Transonics. Transonics taking quite a bit of damage, and we are going to see Sambam take a kill as well, and that's Purified, too. That is absolutely huge. The Chaos Titan at 17% health, but there's no one from Juice to follow up except for Gilly right now, and Gilly's hanging out in the mid lane, trying to push up. They need to make sure they clear all these minions, but this might be exactly what Team Eager needed. That surrender vote, definitely not something you need to press yes on.
Maybe we don't know if that was Eager that launched that. That could have been Juice. Someone on Juice. Just joking around. The sad thing about this, they just gave up 4 members. The 3rd Phoenix is back up, and that Titan is actually going to heal.
Yeah, it's
all for naught.
Yeah, it was a great push. It was under 20%, but looks like Eager might be in a position to win this game right now. Crazier things have happened than coming back from a Titan that's under 20%. Saw a Titan at 0% in NOLA.
Yeah, here we go. We're going to see all 3 members of Eager moving in here now. Gilliara on the back line, trying to get Sambam hit with that Lurking the Waters, but smart move by Sambam, timing that right before he hopped in the portal there, the beta from Gilly. Not going to take any damage. McCoy's with Conviction. Sambam maybe disconnected again? No, he's on his way out. There's through space and time. He's almost dead. He is just barely going to escape there with his life. Gilly still chasing down McCoy's, but he's going to ride out on that horse and be just fine.
Yeah, the Sambam not DCing there. That was just Gilly really using his kit well to lock him down, but still Sambam has that through space and time. able to narrowly escape with his life. And you know who's in danger now? It's Guan Yu. Ate that Pillar of Agony, and TV is able to keep up with him and capitalize on that kill.
Dust on the chase right now. He's not going to be able to catch Homie. Homie going to dash out there, close the gap. Here we see the sentry coming down from the worst, and Juice going to group up for this Fire Giant. And this is what they need. They need something, as they're just not able to clean up this game so far.
Yeah, the Fire Giant definitely taking a lot of damage here, but we are seeing Khepri close by and we are seeing Sambam close by, but they're not in a position to engage there. They know it would just be a waste of their time to really go in there, and probably a waste of their lives. And we are going to see the Homie right now potentially going down.
Get him into the wall from Terror. There's the ultimate from Khepri as well. Khepri down to half health, and they are going to body block him to the wall, but Portal is going to save his life. Hot Portal there by Sambam once again.
Yeah, that was an absolutely beautiful portal. That has saved so many players' lives so many times throughout this game. Khepri really using his ultimate well too, but we are going to see the Phoenix go down yet again. Right now, I would be surprised if they didn't look to get this tower down.
Yeah, they're going to try for this tier 2. They really need to get that down. They're in an awkward situation right now where the only target they have is that Phoenix. They're at a point in the game where every little engagement could be life or death, and Juice is just, every time they win a fight, they're just crippled by the fact that there's all these towers up. You look at the left-hand side of the map, there are 2 towers up with the Phoenix. You know,
they're looking to clear out this tier 1 right now, and I would be surprised if they failed in that task. The damage is definitely coming in. We're probably going to see a fall right now, and they might look for this tier 2, because if they don't look for this tier 2, they would be absolutely insane. The Chaos Titan right now is at 69% health. It has healed up considerably since the last time we saw it. The tier 2 has fallen. Only Phoenixes stand between Juice and the Chaos Titan.
That's what Juice needed to have happen here. They're going to go back in, steal all the jungle buffs, get that advantage, and just stick it back onto the Phoenix here. They're going to look for pressure.
Yeah, is Eager in a position where they just have to turtle on the Phoenixes, or is there any aggressive move they can make here?
No, they have to turtle on Phoenixes. There's a Fire Giant buff on. You've got a Hades, a Tyr, or a Sobek. You know, there's a lot of sustain there.
Yeah,
and a lot of tankiness, so you're not going to be able to go in and just burst these guys down, especially Fire Giant. Put in there with the HP 5, that's huge.
Yeah, going into this fight, we were actually talking about it a little bit. I really thought the Eager team had more sustain, but we are just seeing how much Purified has been able to heal up his teammates, how much sustain that's really given them. And we've also really just seen Dust show how strong of a god tier is.
Tier, I wouldn't still call him top tier, but he is a good pick in a way.
Yeah.
Here we're going to see the Willix pull on Mac Boys, and there's the Jing Channel going to put 2 people behind tower. And there we see Lurking the Waters Giliara taking a lot of damage. Talu Assault is going to hit him as he moved close. Here we go. The auto attack being popped down by Transonics. Homie getting in deep. He's barely taking any damage as he moves on up. Transonics not able to penetrate that shell of his.
Yeah, that exoskeleton on Khepri is absolutely bonkers. He is going to move back to the Phoenix and get that dot up on quite a few players here. Khepri looking so strong. We've seen the Homie he knows how to play him, and Matt Koiz in this situation, he's just able to use that heal to heal everyone back up on the Phoenix. Even his archers are having an insane amount of sustain, and we are going to see Transonics take them down because they could have a place in this fight if he does not. And we're going to see Dust show how much pressure he can put on here. He's going to take some hits from the Phoenix, but he's getting damage in on Guan Yu. Guan Yu eats quite a bit of Purified's ultimate, and he is getting low. Transonics is going to find that kill. What a play by Transonics there. He knew exactly how far in he could get, and right now he's got to back up a little bit, but don't be surprised if he finds a way to get aggressive again. Dust taking so much damage, yet DeWorst is going to, it's actually going to be a kill off the Phoenix there, but DeWorst is going to find the kill on the board. And right now, the red team's Titan is going to be under attack yet again. It's moving down to about 60% health. Air Cougar back in this fight. He knows he needs to get Transonics out, and he does just that. DeWorst in chase of Purified right now. Giliara is able to disengage, but it looks like we're going to see Purified caught a little bit out of position here, but we're going to see quite a few skill shots get missed. It looks like Purified could still lose his life, though, but we're seeing just how tanky this god is at this point in the game.
Purified is so jukey on that Hades. And you just saw he was able just to put the fair on them both and then get the heal back up. And he's going to do it again. He's just going to keep regenerating his health and to kite him around the map. We're going to see Homie able to lock him down. And that's going to be the end of him, but he did a good job wasting the time at Eager, so they weren't able to turn that into something else.
Yeah, they weren't able to convert that play into anything that really made a huge amount of impact on the board, but that was a good play by Khepri. That was a nice abduct. He kind of waited. He was counting the timer a little bit there. He knew that we weren't going to see Purified do anything too jukey for a couple of seconds, so he ran right in with the abduction, and he did find the kill. But we are still going to see Purified in the graveyard for another 47 seconds, which is
they stretched out that engagement, Rich. It was an extended engagement there, and what ended up happening is you had Jing Chen able to pull Juice back into the Phoenix at least twice. He had 2 ultimates during that extended engagement, and that cooldown on that ultimate is huge right now. We're going to see Eager make the rotation back to Fire Giant. With it through space and time, they're looking for a fast engage here, but Gilly's here waiting, so the call is there. They know that Hades is down for another 20 seconds, so there's not a whole lot of potential for objective steal besides lurking in the waters.
Yeah, and that is one of the reasons that kill was important. You do take a little bit of objective steal off the map, and we are going to see now Juice and Eager are getting close enough to really start hitting each other in the face. Transonics taking a little bit of damage here, and Matt Koiz is hot in pursuit right now. We're going to see Transonics use everything he can to try to get out here. Gilly R and TV are going to look once again to Guan Yu in this team fight, but the damage that they're able to get in just doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Air Cougar taking quite a bit of damage from Dust now, but Matt Koiz, we're going to see him with the assault and the heal. But Purified getting in with his ultimate once again, and that could be enough. We're seeing Matt Koiz get thrown back. He's taking quite a bit of damage, and he's going to go down to TV.
Oh, homie popping that ult. He tried to get on a Matt Koiz and accidentally fat-fingered it on himself. Now he's going to go down as well, as that was completely wasted there. Understandable, though. Hard to hit that when you're in a crowd of big people, but that really made things come undone. Dust going to pick up that kill as well. Look at the fight here. Purified taking a lot of damage with death from below out of that situation. As we see Sambam looking to portal on out of there. B's going to be popped as well. And we're going to see DeWorst all alone looking to pick up the kill on TV. TV going to get out of there as he knows Sambam is going to look for the rotation back. Portal going to be hit as well. There we go. The unstable vortex. There's the knockup from a Willix. Dust going to pop DeWorst into a chain CC there. TV going to pick up the kill there. And Purified
coming in. Surrender vote has started. That Khepri ultimate definitely going to come to bite them in the end, because they were able to get everyone down on that team. They're going to push on through right now, and they're not going to wait for the surrender vote. And that is it. GG. An absolutely outstanding performance from Juice there.
That is absolutely crazy. Juice going to take game 1 there now after that, and that was just a lot of extended fights in that engagement. You had to think, though, that the disconnects from Sambam adversely affected that game, especially when Eager was up, and just the kill under that mid tower. That Juice was able to snowball off that into the late game, to the mid game, I should say. Not to mention the second DC with the Phoenix being taken. You have to think that those play a little bit of a factor here, and it'd be interesting to see if Sambam, if he can restart his client now, if it's a client-sided issue, make sure he quits out of that and hopefully fixes that for the next game, because that was detrimental to his team.
Yeah, every time we saw Sambam, every time we saw him go down, we saw something big happen for Juice. Juice was able to capitalize. They were able to take down global objectives, and the last time they were really able to spiral the game to victory.
Now, the things that didn't influence the game are the fact that Dust absolutely handled DeWorst in lane. And the other thing was there was a ton of rotations on Transonics, and they weren't able to effectively shut them down. Okay? Yeah. If you look at the player damage, Transonics was able to do a significant amount of player damage at 47,825.
I was blown away by Transonics' performance. He looked so strong in lane. He was able to handle a bunch of 4-man rotations and still get back and keep his life, and he laid on the damage.
Yeah, he was still up very far. He kept getting rotated on because he was up past or near the halfway point. And when you're playing against Giannis and with that heavy engage that they have, you really need to be careful of that.
Yep. I think he was just confident because he was feeling himself on the Freya. I think he just believed in Freya's kit there, and he thought he was going to be able to get out. And you know what? That is going to be the first loss Eager is going to see in the Major League Gaming Pro League. That's definitely going to weigh on them going into the next game. I was very confident in their ability to win with that comp, and Juice just showed how much skill they had. We saw some incredible team fights there.
I'm going to correct you there. It's not going to weigh on Eager. Eager, they're too composed for that to really affect them. I think you're going to see Eager come back and win this convincingly.
Yeah, I mean, now they have had a chance to see Juice play yet again. And, you know, Eager, that is one thing that is very true about Eager. After they see a team play, they are very good at banning out the strategy that just worked for the other team. And they're very good at picking to that team's weakness. So,
yeah, they've definitely got their picks and bans now.
Yeah, they definitely do. We're going to run to a quick commercial break. When we get back, we are going to get to see if Team Eager is going to be able to split with Juice. We'll see you when we return. We'll be right back.